Okay, my fellow truckers and those of you who may want to join this business. Today we're going to have kind of a real conversation because this is like the second, really like the third or fourth trip that has kind of turned into what this trip is turning into, which is hurry up and wait. Now, you can tell by my body language. I'm not really the world's most patient person, for number one. Okay, but anyhow, so I started my day about 9:30 in the morning, and right now it's about 4:20. So let's see, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. About 7 hours into the day. We have a 14-hour clock. So that would, theoretically, I would have about 7 hours. Well, this morning I did a split shift, which means I started at 9:30 and then by 11:15 I was done. So anything under 2 hours, if you stop for more than 2 hours, you it freezes your clock. So even though on paper I've been up and at it for 7 hours with 7 left, due to the fact that I froze my clock, I actually have 9 hours according to the log. Okay, and there's nothing, and that's okay. Because, you know, we're in this job to make money. We're in this job to keep our truck moving. Here's what my problem is. I guess it's not even really a problem because, I mean, you can't control everything. But, and see, this is why some drivers do what they do. Or I should say me, this is why I do what I do. Because, you know, theoretically, I could have woke up in the morning sooner than 9. But I was doing a split, you know, where I was already under load. I did most of it. And I had 2 more to go to get to my shipper. But I had, I ran out on my drive line and on my 14-hour clock. So I had to shut it down even though I was only 2 hours away from where I was going. So in the morning, my body wakes me up about 5:30 in the morning. So that's my natural clock. I usually start I'm either on the road by 5 or get up about 5:30 to leave by 6. So when I woke up at 5 in the morning, I'm like, I'm not rushing. And then I went to a yard, you know, for a split. So anytime I go to a yard, most truckers probably do the same thing. Anytime you touch your terminal's yard, you take advantage of it. You know, you might wash clothes. In my case, I wash my truck. You might get a shower because it's for free and it's at a company terminal. So obviously that's what I did. So I wasn't rushing. I took my time. And then now, and I'm glad I did, because now that I'm here at the shipper with a 3:30 appointment, and it's basically now almost 4:30, and they're telling me my trailer might be ready by 7:30 or 8. So that means I'm sitting once again. If you're going to be a truck driver, let me just help some of you guys out. If you're a type A personality like me, get ready to become a type Z personality. Basically, you have to stop caring about everything. Because if you're a person that, oh, the appointment was 3 o'clock, they told me it ain't gonna be ready till 8 or 9, and if it spazzes you out, kind of how it somewhat used to do to me, you won't make it in trucking. Because there's so many things you cannot control. Even if you do everything that you're supposed to do. You know, I got up early. They said be here at 3:30. I was actually here slightly sooner. And I'm still waiting. So the way my brain works, I'm a Gemini. The way that my brain works is we give our all to things. We'll work hard. We'll come early. We'll stay late. But when we see that we're not making progress, we take ourselves out the equation. Now, obviously, I'm a truck driver. I'm not going to quit because I love my job. So I'm not going to quit trucking. But what I will do which is kind of what I did today, I'm going to stop rushing. So when I hear my tablet beep, 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 a new assignment comes through, I'm not going to rush. Because as you see, I'm sitting. Who's not to say that you plan your trip around what you anticipate that you're going to be doing. So when you get somewhere and then turns out, oh, you're not doing it. Maybe I knew I had a certain amount of hours to drive a certain amount of miles to try to position myself for what I think I might get next. So by me sitting here, you're ruining, I guess, my plans. But like I said, I guess when you're a trucker, there is no plans. The only thing, like they say, the only thing that's guaranteed is your home time, and even then it's not guaranteed. They get you there as close to that time and date as they can. But as far as the loads, scratch that. If you come in this business thinking, okay, it's a 9 to 5, you clock in at 9 o'clock 00, you clock out at 5 o'clock 00, and that's what you expect, and that's how you plan that your day is going to go, you're not going to make it. You see I'm smiling now, but when I first started, it used to bother me. And the only way I was able to like get it where it didn't bother me, I had to say, I don't want to cuss, but I had to say like, F it, like forget it. Not the other F it, but forget it. I just had to stop caring, because it's like, why stress myself out? The trailer's not ready, it ain't ready. So, hurry up and wait. Wait. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sure that most of you don't know what you're looking at, but these are my available hours for today. I told you I already did a short, quick little hour 45 minutes. Then I took 2 hours off, which reset me. So it took me back to 9, and then I had to deadhead 36 miles or 30, about 35 minutes to get here, which took me to about 8.5 on my 14 hours. But they just informed me that I'll be sitting here another 3 to 4 hours. So by the time the trailer's even available, I'll be down to 4 hours on my 14, because it's steady ticking. It does not stop. And then, so on paper, I got 8 hours of drive time, but really you might as well say 4, because if your 14 burns out first, the 8 becomes insignificant. And I already did a split, so everyone's like, oh, we'll just do a split. So I already did. Here's what they don't know. So I'm actually kind of close to the company yard. What I would normally do, once I finally get my trailer, because I run off my recaps, so I would at least go a few hours, and then, sorry for being fidgety, but I told you I'm not the world's most patient person. But normally I would run to within 2 hours of the end of my drive time. So if I have an 11-hour clock, I do 8 or 9 to save 3. But since I'm sitting here less than 30 miles from my company's yard, if I would have knew that, I could have stayed at the yard and then came here. Once I get this trailer, I'm going right back to the yard. That's going to be... Geminis, we don't do good with wasting time like they're wasting my time. Oh my God. This is crazy, bro.